Pahlavi texts, translated by E.W. West, Part 1, selections of the Zad Sparam, Sacred Books of Peace, Oxford University Press, 1860, Chapter 1. In propitiation of the Creator, Uharmazd, and all the angels, or the whole of the heavenly and earthly sacred beings, Yazdan, are the sayings of Herbad Zad Sparam, son of Yudan Yim, who is of the south, about the meeting of the beneficent spirit and the evil spirit. It is in Scripture thus declared that light was above and darkness below, and between those two was open space. Uharmazd was in the light, and Aharman in the darkness. Uharmazd was aware of the existence of Aharman, and of his coming for strife. Aharman was not aware of the existence of light and of Uharmazd. It happened to Aharman in the gloom and darkness that he was walking humbly, Throtanu, on the borders, and meditating on other things. He came up to the top, and a ray of light was seen by him, and because of its antagonistic nature to him, he strove that he might reach it, so that it might also be within his absolute power. And as he came forth to the boundary, accompanied by certain others, Uharmazd came forth to the struggle of keeping Aharman away from his territory, and he did it through pure words, confounding witchcraft, and cast him back to the gloom. For protection from the fiend, the spirits rushed in. The spirits of the sky, water, earth, plants, animals, mankind, and fire. He had appointed, and they maintained it for protection for 1,000 years. Aharman also ever collected means in the gloom, and in the end of the 3,000 years he came back to the boundary, blustered, Patistad, and exclaimed thus: I will smite thee, I will smite the creatures which thou thinkest have produced fame for thee, thee who art the beneficent spirit. I will destroy everything about them. Uharmazd answered thus: Thou art not a doer of everything, O being. And again Aharman retorted thus: I will seduce all material life into disaffection to thee and affection to myself. Uharmazd perceived through spirit wisdom that even the blustering of Aharman is capable of performance if I do not allow disunion, ma barim inan, during a period of struggle. And he demanded of him a period for friendship, where it would seem like him that Aharman does not rely upon the intervention of any bigger influence. And the existence of a period is obtaining the benefit of the mutual friendship and just arrangement of both. And he formed it in the 3 periods, each period being 3 millenniums. Aharman relied upon it, and Uharmazd perceived that, though it is not possible to have Aharman set down ever, when he wants, he goes back to his own requisite, which is darkness, and from the poison which is much diffused, and the strife arises. And after the period was appointed by him, he brought forward the Ahunavar formula, and in his Ahunavar these benefit will show. The first is that of all things that is proper, which is something declared as the will of Uharmazd, so that whereas that is proper, which is declared the will of Uharmazd, where anything exists which is not within the will of Uharmazd, it is created injurious from the beginning, a sin of distinct nature. The second is this, that whoever shall do that which is the will of Uharmazd, his reward and recompense are his own, and of him who shall not do that which is the will of Uharmazd, the punishment and the bridge, owing thereto to his own, which is shown from this formula, and the reward of doers of good works, the punishment of sinners, and the tales of heaven and hell are from it. Thirdly, it is shown that the sovereignty of Uharmazd increases that which is for the poor, and adversity is removed, by which it is shown that there are treasures for the needy one, and treasures are to be his friends, as intelligent creations are to the unintelligent, so also are the treasures of a wealthy person to the needy one, treasures liberally given, which are his own. And the creatures of the trained hand of Harmazd are contending and angry, are deep one with the other, as the renovation of the universe must occur through these three things. That is, first, true religiousness in oneself, a reliance upon a man's original hold on the truly glad tidings, Nav Barham, that Harmazd is all goodness without vileness, and his will is a will altogether excellent, and a Harman is all vileness without goodness. Secondly, hope of reward and recompense of good works, serious fear of the bridge, and the punishment of crime, strenuous perseverance in good works, and abstaining from sin. Thirdly, the existence of the mutual assistance of creatures are, along with and owing to mutual assistance, their collective warfare. It is the triumph of warfare over the enemy, which is one's own renovation. By this formula he, the Harman, was confounded, and he fell back to the gloom, and Harmazd produced the creatures bodily, or the world, first the sky, the second water, the third earth, the fourth plants, the fifth animals, the sixth mankind. Fire was in all, diffused originally through the six substances, of which it was as much the confiner of each single substance in which it was established. It is said, as an eyelid when they lay one down upon the other, 3,000 years the creatures were possessed of bodies, and not walking on their navels, and the sun, moon, and stars stood still. In the mischievous incursion, at the end of the period, Harmazd observed thus: what advantage is there from the creation of a creature, thirstless, which is unmoving or mischievous, and in aid of the celestial sphere he produced the creature time, Zoroastrianism, and time is unrestricted, so that he made the creatures of Harmazd moving, distinct from the motion of Harman's creatures. For the shutters of perfume, bouquet dandan, were standing one opposite to the other while emitting it. And observantly at the end he brought forward to a Harman a means out of himself, the property of darkness, with which the extreme limits of Yurunako of time were connected by him, an envelope, posto of the black-pated and ash-colored kind. And in bringing it forward, he spoke thus: through their weapons, the cooperation of the serpent Azo dies away, and this which is thine indeed, thine own daughter, dies through religion. And if at the end of 9,000 years it is said and written, is a time of upheaval, Madame Cordano, she is upheaved and not ended. At the same time, a Harman came from occupying time out to the front, out to the star station. The connection to the sky with the star station was open, which showed, since it hung down into empty space, the strong communication of the lights and gloom, the place of strife in which is the pursuit of both. And having darkness with himself, he brought it into the sky, and left the sky so to gloom that the internal deficiency in the sky extends as much as 1/3 over the star station. And in the book of Revelation, we have, in the Christian Bible, there's that idea of the third of the host of heaven being fallen. Well, Islam and some other faiths make it clear that the fallen ones were of a different type of, they weren't the light beings, they were the fire beings. They had choice. So it wasn't like they transformed physically into demons. No, I think this whole point is that, first of all, Zurvan was a creation as well, but Angermenu sees the creation and attempts to enter as counter-creation the control over it, which is a more complex way than saying that evil, ignorance are choices and they're not created.